October, your SEC Water Cooler podcast for the rest of us. Find us online at thirdsaturdayiNoctober.com, on social media at TSIO Pod, and on Venmo at TSIO Pod. Also announcing buymeacoffee.com/TSIO Pod. You can find us there as well if you want to support the show. Go check it out. Easy way to buy us a coffee, um, buy us a souvenir cup at a game, bag of popcorn, hot dog, nachos. Are those really nachos? Anyways, you can go there to support us. Link in the show description. Um, I'm Bradley. One man show this week. Jared has been just kind of catching up with some things at home. So, gonna talk some Tennessee baseball here in just a minute. But uh, recruiting news, um, Tennessee football and basketball. Um, just getting some good news, picking up a few players over the last week or so, and hadn't really prepared for it, so I can't remember names because it's a water cooler podcast. But it, from what I'm reading, we're getting players that fit roles and fit schemes, which is better than just getting the best talent, although we're getting some really, really good talent. Football picking up a corner who is going to help bolster the secondary because Jermod McCoy went down with an ACL tear. I believe it was earlier this spring. So he'll be coming back kind of right as the football season's starting, and we'll see how long it takes him to get back up to speed. But getting another corner, experienced corner, is very helpful. And in basketball, has they currently have one open scholarship, I believe, which I think they're going to kind of stay there. I don't know that they're in a rush to fill that, but it seems like Coach Barnes is pretty pleased with how his roster is filling out right now. So all good things coming out of Knoxville over the last week, at least as far as recruiting news. Baseball, different story. Tennessee loses game one to Auburn Friday night. Ties game two late. Goes to extra innings and weather delay. There were weather delays to begin the game Saturday and also delayed it into Sunday, meaning the game would be finished on Sunday and then the second game would be shortened to 7 innings based on, I believe it's SEC rules, travel rules, to make sure players can get back in a timely fashion on Sunday night. So the game two resumes on Sunday, early Sunday afternoon, and Tennessee had a walk-off win. Feeling good. Okay, rubber match. Take a little bit, change uniforms, sit down for a minute, and then let's play game two. And it was never really close. Auburn won game three to win the series. This is, I think, 3 in a row in 4 of the last 5 SEC series that Tennessee's lost. It has been a slide, and the bats haven't been there. Something that's brought up quite frequently in baseball circles is Tennessee has a small field at home, which lends itself to home runs. And as I've said before, the visiting team has every opportunity to hit home runs that Tennessee does. So I don't know that it's really an advantage for any particular game. For the season, you get more home runs, but that just that happens. You'll go visit other parks that are small, other parks that are big. Um, for the first part of the season, and even to be in SEC play, didn't matter where they were playing, they were hitting home runs. Um, but the offense has not been there as of late, and the defense has been suspect as well. Errors, multiple games with multiple errors. In these last few series, a lot of games with two or three errors. I don't recall any games with just one error, meaning that these things are kind of feeding on themselves. You get one error, and this is something that Coach Vitello has talked about as well, that you have an error, you need to rebound from it. We did this against Ole Miss. We rebounded for the rubber match game, game three, and won that. But there's not been a lot of resilience after that first error. And something that so the bats haven't been there, the defense hadn't been there, and the pitching. I want to point out starting pitching against Auburn. Game one, our starter pitched 1 inning, 2 runs. Game two, our starting pitcher pitched 4 1/3, allowed 3 runs. Game three, our starting pitcher got 2 innings and allowed 3 runs. Not all of these runs are earned, but that's 8 runs by our starting pitching and a combined ERA of 9.8. So almost a 10-run ERA. Again, this is earned run average. So that's not the runs that are unearned, which let's what is an unearned run and what's an earned run? An earned run is a run that you get by hits, walks. Unearned is a run that is a result of an error. If you, for instance, have a runner make it to first because they hit a ground ball to third, third base overthrows first base, and so now you've got a runner on first. If that runner scores, that's an unearned run because of the error. And we've had quite a few of those scored against us. So I'm going to do some quick math. 7 1/3 innings by our starting pitchers over 3 games. That's 2 2/3, I believe. Um, not not quite 3 innings per game. That's not good. And they're getting pulled because they're not pitching well. So it's really not any one thing, and I think the resilience just just needs to be found with this team. This is a team that returns two starting position players from last year's national championship team. I think some of that is showing partly because you've got young guys, you've got guys who've transferred in and just trying to buy into that culture and and learning to play under that kind of pressure. As defending national champion, as the team that is expected to go out there and win every series, there's a lot of pressure, and there's a lot of pressure to perform. And I think you see some of the team buckling under that with these errors, with some of these pitching performances, and maybe trying to force things too much, both in the field and at the plate. not swinging at great pitches, not being patient, that that can make other teams look really good. Um, and baseball is a sport where you you've really got to pay attention to the details. Um, and it really is a game of inches because the difference between fair and foul, the difference between a hit and a miss, the difference between a strike and a ball, um, the difference between a catch and no catch. It it's it's very tough. It is a very tough sport to play, and it's one that I love. But all three areas of Tennessee baseball not not performing well. Um, no pitching, no defense, no hitting is really excelling. I know nothing is living up to uh, Coach Vitello's standards. Nothing's living up to the player standards. Um, and we've got a big series against Vanderbilt this coming weekend back in Knoxville. But Vanderbilt is a team that does all the details really well. Coach Corbin has a really well coached team every year, and it's something that you're really going to have to look out for because the next weekend, Tennessee travels to Fayetteville, Arkansas, to take on Arkansas, who is a really, really good baseball team. So to finish out the SEC schedule is a tough hill to climb, and Tennessee is going the wrong way on that hill right now. Congrats, Auburn. I wish Jared was here to help celebrate in Auburn's win because Auburn played well. And it's not just that Tennessee played bad. A lot of times you play bad because the other team's playing well and you're trying to force things. So congrats to Auburn for backing Tennessee into a corner and forcing them to break because that's exactly what happened. So congrats, Jared, and congrats all you Auburn fans on a series win this last weekend. Tennessee won Tuesday night. I think it was 7-2. But I'm more paying attention to Vanderbilt. Even the midweek games haven't been as clean as I would hope. I think that's kind of telling. I think that's going to do it for this week. Find us online at thirdsaturdayinoctober.com, on social media and Venmo at TSIO pod, and now on buymeacoffee.com/TSIO pod. Go check it out. If you want to send us a couple bucks for coffee or nachos, we greatly appreciate it. And as I like to say, heroes come in all sizes. Roll Vols.
Tailgate, man cave, living room, pre-game, burgers, ribs, chicken wings, chip and dip, pre-game, scotch and a lot of IPA, Coca-Cola, pre-game, slaying dogs, cornhole, pre-game. How you gonna watch?